My name is Ron Garcia. I'm the principal broker and along with my wife Belinda, owner of the Garcia Group Property Management. And I just want to take a second today, a few seconds maybe, and kind of share with you a little bit about what happens once you come on board with us as an owner and we onboard your rental property into our system. The way we work is we are kind of a hybrid company where we have a departmental along with a portfolio style of management. So we have 4 portfolio managers, Carla, Leah, Lindsay, and Liz, and they have a group of properties throughout the city of Portland and the greater beyond, Beaverton, Hillsborough, Clackamas, Oregon City, Gresham, Milwaukee. We go out to Scappoose. We're licensed in Vancouver, and we go all the way down to Wilsonville, as far as south as we go, Tualatin, Tigard. So the greater Portland metro market. The portfolio manager, their job is they're really where the vortex is. They talk to the tenants. They will renegotiate the rental agreements. They're going to handle the first rung on maintenance requests. They're going to get your owner approval on when a request comes in, and they're going to communicate with the vendors. They're going to be running the vacancy list. They don't show the units, but they are responsible for getting the units to be rent ready and on a turn. The maintenance people work kind of on the second tier. Once Leah or Liz or Carla or Lindsay contact the owner for owner approval, they're the ones that are looking at the actual property itself, kind of creating the checklist of what needs to get done, time schedule, executing it. For the rental piece, Caitlin is a great person. She drives around in our Prius all over town every day. She's taking photographs, she's installing lock boxes, she's doing unit surveys and inspections, she's contacting the tenants to help set up some of the appointments either for showings or for repair requests. She's really just a lot of the glue all around the other pieces. What's probably most important to owners when it really gets down to it is your monthly reports. So you have access to a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week owner portal, and you can see online, what expenses have been paid, what income is being received. We upload all the receipts for your work orders, so you know exactly kind of what's going on. And so we really want to make sure that you are comfortable with just the financial base. Occasionally we have to talk about what the reserves are. We like to keep a minimal reserve to satisfy Oregon law, because by law we can't spend money on an account unless we have it. Of course, you're concerned that you don't want just an unlimited open-ended checkbook for writing checks. So typically how it works is a tenant has a repair request. Maybe the garbage disposal is broken. So they're going to email or go on our line and create a maintenance request. If it's below the $500 mark, which is usually what the maximum that we can spend without specific approval, what we do is send out an email to you as the owner and you say, hey, listen, we got this maintenance request, the garbage disposal is broken, we're going to be sending out so-and-so on Thursday, and it's probably going to be under about $350 to repair. And that email is kind of an alert, but it also allows you the chance to opt in or out of any part you want. Like you might say, hey, that's a brand new garbage disposal, it was under warranty at Home Depot. Or you might just say, hey, good job, thanks for letting me know. Or there could be some other issue that we didn't know about, a home warranty on the property that we may have overlooked, and they do it. So the alert goes to you to not only tell you about the expense and what's going on, but it gives you a chance to chime in if it's necessary. If anything more expensive is coming up, we have to kind of stop in our tracks with a caveat until we get your approval. The caveat is if it's health, safety, and well-being, if it's a safety issue, or mold issue, something that really has to be dealt with, we don't spend the money, but we do. We're going to have a conversation to get it done quickly. Sometimes these things don't last. They have a very short shelf life, and we've got to get to them right away. That's where we also have a process in our company called the GAP, which is the Garcia After Hours Procedures. And you know what you hope we don't have, although some of you have gotten it and some of you will get it, is that Saturday afternoon call, 4 in the afternoon, where the heater broke down on a freezing cold day, or the sprinklers erupted and some water's going everywhere, or who knows what. So when there's an emergency, we also cover all of that with our intake, and then we have protocols set up to help guide us through that. And you know, some of you folks are really easy to get a hold of and right on the spot. Other people we have to track down a little bit, and that's always a challenge. But the key with us is that we're geared for all of this at all times. You know, it's a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week job. We can bunch it all up mostly in the 9 to 5, Monday through Friday segment, and we can we kind of elaborate, or we compose system set up for the after hours and weekends, so that we're covered. You know, I'm not going to say that things don't catch us off guard, because usually an emergency would come in just when no one's really wanting to deal with it, on 4th of July. But we've had it, and we'll deal with it every time it comes up. So I think, to kind of sum it up, this is a relationship, or it's a relationship style business. And as you and I, or you and the property managers, get to know each other, and we work together, and you know that we have your best interests, and you know that we have your back covered, and you know that we have, and you trust us, once you kind of hand us that trust, it really works smooth. I mean, we have long-term clients that have been with us for years and years and years, and they just can't even imagine life without it. But generally speaking, the first 6 months, particularly, maybe the first year, kind of testing the waters, making sure a little more often than not, communication, updating a little more frequently than we might. You know, if you have a vacancy, you're going to want to know kind of activity, how much is being shown, where the leads are coming from, what kind of interest you're getting. And it's nerve-wracking because you want to get it rented, and we want to get it rented right away, because we don't make any money, you know, with an empty house or an empty unit. So developing that trust, creating that relationship, allowing us to do our job and really work for you in the long run is the kind of system that we want to maintain, and what we're exceptionally good at. So I hope that answers some of the questions. I might have brought up more questions than answered, but what I'd like you to do is feel free to give me a call. I'm extension 4 at the office. All right, thanks very much.